A lot of news these days is negative. You got the war going on, you got world hunger, and there's no exception for myself as well. I mean, even my YouTube channel here where I just really talk about video games and like consoles and stuff, sometimes it can really seem like the majority of stories are negative. That is why I love feel-good stories like this. This is actually a very cool article that I just came across. So there's a company called Starlight Gaming. Looks like they have been around for decades, and basically they go into children's hospitals where kids are obviously facing terrible circumstances, and basically they try to make it so that these kids have gaming available to them so that they can have a good time as much as they can, you know, just have as much fun as they can, right? I guess they bring these like gaming stations into these children's hospitals where you can, yeah, play games. And I guess over the years they've even gotten more advanced where it's all online so you can play with other kids as well. Definitely just awesome stuff. Well, believe it or not, Starlight Gaming has gotten two companies that historically have always hated each other to come together for a good cause. Sega just announced that they are partnering with Nintendo of America, which is obviously the US branch of Nintendo. So Sega and Nintendo of America are partnering to make it so that the game Sonic Superstars, which is the newest Sonic game, will be available on Nintendo Switches through Starlight Gaming Stations in these children's hospitals. And this is going to be available starting in spring of next year, 2024. I guess Sega has already partnered with Starlight to bring many Sega games to this experience for children, but this specifically was a sort of partnership between Sega and Nintendo, because obviously they need a newer console, a newer generation console, to play this game on, because it is a newer Sonic game, and Nintendo stepped up to the plate and allowed the Switches to be what these kids can play on. I think it's really cool. I mean, these companies, they definitely have a long history of competing with each other for, you know, decades now. Besides actually allowing Sega games on Nintendo consoles, that's basically where their partnerships end. They don't come together for really anything. Okay, I shouldn't say anything. There's obviously Super Smash Bros. And they had the Sonic and Mario game. But I don't know, when these two compete, Nintendo and Sega, it very much reminds me of Xbox and PlayStation. Usually both are very protective of their own IPs, so stuff like this does not happen very often. Anyway, I just thought this was very cool. They definitely don't usually get along, but because these two companies decided to come together for a good cause, maybe if anything, they have brought some very much well-deserved enjoyment to the lives of a lot of children in the United States, and hopefully stuff like this continues to happen.